And we are back, and we just finished watching Hocus Pocus 2 from 2022, currently streaming on Disney+. This movie is rated PG with a runtime of 1 hour and 43 minutes. This film is directed by Anne Fletcher and has a screenplay by Jen D'Angelo with a story by David Kirschner, Blake Harris, and Jen D'Angelo, based on characters by David Kirschner and Mick Garris. This is the sequel to the 90s Hocus Pocus, which for some reason was really popular.
Yeah.
I don't explain it to me.
I don't think I can.
In this updated version, 3 young, I guess, wannabe witches, two of them actually, bring back the dreaded Sanderson sisters in reprised roles by Bette Midler, who plays Winifred, Sarah Jessica Parker, who plays Sarah, and Kathy Najimy, who plays Mary. And they've come back to, I guess, reverse whatever curse is on them so that they can stay in this mortal plane forever and ever. The film is super pretty. It's got the backing of that sweet, sweet Disney cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that Disney cash.
And I don't know.
You know what? Let's
go
ask
to
the kids
Olive
first, because
Yes.
this is clearly a kids movie.
Absolutely a kids movie. I'm going to start with you, Olive G. This was your pick. Why did you want to see this film?
Because my teacher was talking about it to us.
Okay.
Like, she told us about it.
Okay. Did she tell you about the first one?
No, she was just talking about the second one and how it was coming out on Friday.
Okay.
Was your teacher excited about it?
She said she was gonna watch it with her kids.
Okay. This is definitely a very family-friendly movie. There's no cursing or any kind of weird situations. There is disclaimer of macabre sequences, but I didn't really see anything. Did you? Or am I desensitized?
The zombie guy gets his head pulled off, but it's sort of like
comedic.
It's comedic. I mean, when it comes off, it's like,
yeah,
it's like one of the, and it doesn't hurt him in any way.
Right.
He's falling up, like he loses his hand at one point. He just snaps it back on. He loses his head. He snaps it back on. Everybody is about it. It's threatening in the least threatening way possible.
Yes. This is absolutely the definition of a family-friendly film.
Which is kind of funny considering that the Sanderson sisters are child killers.
But they never do anything in this whole damn movie.
Heck, they're trying.
I guess. Are they trying though?
In the beginning, they wanted to kill children. I mean, that was probably the only thing that was sort of mildly amusing. Was the fact that that they got tricked into going into that makeup aisle and like thinking that they're eating like baby souls and stuff like that. There could have been some extra humor in there. Like one of the things that they ate was called baby face.
Yeah.
They could have leaned into that a little, made a couple of jokes about that, but that would have been pretty dark.
Yes. And we got to keep this light.
We got to keep this light for the kids.
We got to keep this PG.
That's right.
Yes,
that's right.
And making a joke about pureed baby faces in a jar probably wouldn't fly.
Did you have a favorite character in this ology?
I don't really know.
Did you like Becca, the young witch who finds her powers? No?
I definitely didn't like her friend.
Which
one?
friend? The
Izzy or Cassie?
The other one, the one that was dating the boyfriend.
The boyfriend. Oh, that's Cassie.
Yeah,
the mayor's
Cassie.
daughter.
Yeah.
I mean,
kids get older, they start
drifting apart,
especially when, relationships get involved.
Yeah. Boys always ruin everything.
When my friends started getting girlfriends and I didn't, and it was just like, hey, you want to hang out? No. I'm hanging out with Faiza or whatever the hell her name was. Yeah.
Did you really have to name drop? Damn.
Yeah. Nobody's going to know who the hell this person is.
Did you have a favorite scene in this film, Olive J?
Probably, no.
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 But did you like it? Did you like the film?
Yeah.
Would you recommend it to your friends? Yes or no?
People can't
Just
see
yes
you
or
shrugging.
no. Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? If you liked it, wouldn't you recommend it to your little friends at school and say, hey, I saw it and I really liked it? It was funny. It was.
You could say if you didn't like it, it's all right.
No, I liked this.
You liked it, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Gigi, what did you think of this film? Wasn't for you?
Not at all.
No, it was too kiddish.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Your favorite part was the singing, right?
I think Dad's being.
I'm joking. I know that was your least favorite part.
the only thing that made me like passionately feel an emotion in this movie was the girl's boyfriend, because I wanted to brutally murder him.
Oh, okay. Because he's a dumb teenage boy, or
He's an idiot. I want to punch him in the face.
why? Why was he an idiot?
Because he's dumb and stupid looking.
That's not nice.
Wow. I mean, God, you think he was like smacking her around or something? The way
Yeah.
you
He was just a dumb young kid.
He was-
and I'm sure he didn't
I
realize that
hate
he was.
the way he looks.
Well, we shouldn't judge people by the way they look.
Why she started dating him? Like, what did she see in him?
The heart wants what the heart wants.
Yeah, in high school, you're not really looking for
you're just
deep,
all hormones in high school.
Apparently that's not the
Emotional
case for me,
connections.
too.
It's just sort of like, hey,
Right.
this guy looks good or this girl looks good. I would like to date them. You don't really know who these people are like.
Yeah.
You're in high school.
Yeah. Becca just turned 16. I'm assuming she's the oldest of them.
I doubt that it's like luck if you meet somebody who actually has common interests.
Yeah. Seriously, high school is all hormones. You're
it's all
fueled
hormones
by
and
sugar
self-centeredness.
and hormones, right?
Yeah. It's sort of like, what you mean everybody doesn't like the same stuff I do?
Yeah.
I wish someone at school liked the stuff that I do.
Yeah, eventually that'll happen.
Eventually you'll make your friends.
What could have made this more interesting to you? I know that you typically like witches, and now this is the second film that you've been forced to watch where you're just like, what is going on?
I didn't like how they were idiots.
The witches?
Yeah, they were tricked really, really easily. Like, I get the last time they were around was like 93 or whatever, but
Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, I think
it's a kids movie
a kids
too.
movie.
They're supposed to be kind of bumbling. If they were like really capable witches, everybody'd be dead.
Dead.
Well,
True.
all the children's
I guess
souls would be
that's
sucked
the
out.
kind of movie I want to watch. I don't really like other kinds of witch movies.
I don't remember The Craft. Do you? I feel like we should watch that with the kids. The Nev Campbell.
The only thing I remember about The Craft is I am human and I need to be
I
loved.
love that damn song.
That's the only. It became like synonymous
Oh my
with
gosh.
witches.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
It was the opening song on that Charm show, which lasted way longer than I thought it would.
Oh God, yeah, I remember that. The special effects on that show were just
Shite.
garbage.
Yeah. Well, it's like a CW or WB at the time, right? Okay, we're getting off tangent. Let's rein it back in. What are your thoughts on this?
This is the type of kids movie that is not for me. It's a little too kiddie. I don't know what they were like. They're child murderers. They even addressed that in this one. And like there was like an attempt to sort of when they were like little. They showed the Sanderson sisters when they were young, like early teens or whatever.
Well, before they became witches,
Before
I
they
guess.
became witches, and I guess they were trying to build some sympathy with them, like humanize them or something.
I think it was to show how important the bond of sisterhood was between the three of them.
I guess, yeah, that makes sort of sense. But yeah, I don't know. It's
Because not to give away spoilers, or do we care? I mean, because okay, I'll try to.
what's the spoil in this?
I
movie,
mean,
really?
to say what happens at the end. I mean, Winnie doesn't want to be without her sisters,
Yeah,
and she's
okay.
willing to give up this incredible
Superpower.
power to be reunited with her sisters.
Okay, yeah, there's that. So I guess that was needed for the plot. But I mean, honestly, I knew they were close from the first movie, and I barely remember anything about that.
I don't remember the first movie
I remember the
either.
first movie. Do you
You
want
do?
to give me a quick synopsis?
No, it's not necessary. It's okay.
Good use of the word synopsis.
Yes.
though.
Yes.
That's
Excellent.
impressive. I
Excellent.
like that.
Archie. Anything else?
Like I said, I don't know. It. And then there was like when they first appear, they start singing,
Right.
and then there's like the musical number with One Way or Another.
Which is one of my favorite songs. And
Yeah, it was like with G. If you're gonna make me watch a witch movie, I'd much prefer capable witches who just destroy people's lives.
Yeah.
Or if you're gonna make it into a kids movie, make it into a kids movie where there's like stuff that I could like laugh about and get into. Like seriously, if they would have went a little bit
harder,
more
darker.
into the whole baby face, like there was some gold to mine there.
Yeah, but then it would have still be done in a way that
it probably would have been PG-13.
Right. But is that such a bad thing? I think at this point.
No, that would
because let's be honest, those labels don't mean anything. I'm sure there's a bunch of parents out there letting their 8-year-olds watch PG-13 movies, right?
Oh yeah,
you did.
So
I was a little kid in R-rated movies.
Yeah,
I mean, I saw Jaws in the theater, and I barely remember it because I was like 8 or something.
Yeah.
All I remember is a dead guy with his eyeball floating out of his head. And
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I watched that movie and it traumatized me for like a week or so.
I
Jaws?
can't remember.
Really?
When did you watch Jaws? I don't remember.
I
watching
was
Jaws.
like much younger, and like we went to grandma's house, and we were at the beach, and like we went to where the water was like up to my chest. I was really short though, and I was so scared that like a shark was just going to like drag me into the water and kill me.
The movie did its job. That was its purpose.
Yeah. So my notes here, I'm still flummoxed at how this came about.
Yeah, why did they make a sequel?
I don't know. It's sort of gotten like cult status at this point, that first movie, which I don't remember, but I don't remember being so impressed by it that it left any kind of memory in my brain. I know I've seen it, but I couldn't tell you anything. Like, you remembered more about it than I did. And I don't know. I mean, unless it's one of those things where this became a revival thing at house parties for Halloween because nobody could rent the Halloween movies because they were always out of the video store. I mean, I'm not sure how to explain this phenomenon of this resurgence of this interest in this particular film to now warrant a sequel, but I'm going to say that this was, again, like I stated before, the definition of a family film. There is nothing objectionable here. If you're having a house party with very small children, absolutely they can enjoy this. I agree with you. This is not for me. And it's too bad because I think that, again, like you said, they could have amped up on some of the other stuff. Like, okay, it's not perfect, but those Goosebump movies are kind of fun in like a little bit more adult way, but still geared towards children, but still in the vein of we're going to try and scare you.
Yeah, I think the Goosebumps films are more like for a little bit older kids.
Right.
They're willing to push the envelope a bit further. This really was for really little kids.
Tiny.
And people who loved the hell out of the first movie. I imagine if you are part of that group who turns Hocus Pocus into like a cult film that
this is definitely for you.
Somehow got enough popularity to garner a sequel, then I think you're probably going to be happy. You'll probably be even happier.
Right. And I want to say, even though I might be talking out of my butt, I feel like this may have been better than the first one. I don't remember.
I really don't remember enough.
I really don't remember
about
the first one. But I feel like this one tried very hard to be entertaining in every frame.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think little kids would be entertained throughout.
I don't know what else to say.
I think that's it. I think we've covered. I mean, let's be honest. This isn't the film you deep dive on. We're not going to discuss the Salem witch trials or the persecution of women by men in
1700s,
1700 patriarchal society.
Why can't we discuss?
I'm sure. You know what? I'm sure some real angry nerd online is going into it just ready to tear society apart. But
yeah. This isn't the movie for that.
This isn't the movie.
Yeah.
You're not citing Hocus Pocus 2 as a source in your dissertation for college.
Yeah, my takeaways is that if you're having a house party and you have very, very young children, this is the movie for you. This is definitely a movie that can be watched and enjoyed by very small children, older adults. There's nothing profane or objectionable about anything in this film. Kudos to the three leads. They did a great job.
They look almost exactly the same.
They look almost exactly the
there
same.
Were different actors that were like they used special effects to make them look the same.
No, still Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy, and Sarah Jessica Parker. And hats off and a shout out to all three of them for. I mean, I'm sure they've indulged. I mean, they're all rich women, right? So they can afford to take care of themselves and whatnot. But
they haven't Muppetized themselves.
Yes, I was going to say kudos for not
ruining your faces.
Ruining your faces. Yes, you look
nice
like adult women who are gracefully aging. So thank you for that, because I think that's important, because younger generations watch that, right? As a parent, I want to set a better example for my kids, and both of my kids are female, so it's important that they understand to love themselves, because there's a lot of weird messaging out there about what is beauty and what that means and what the definitions of that are and what falls under that umbrella. And I think that everything and everyone, if you're here, there's a reason you're here. So you have as much right to be here as everyone else. So loving yourself is a big part of that. And that's not a thing that's maybe a universal message in young adult movies and books and stuff like that. Well, I think it's changed, right? But and we're obviously going deeper into this, but I think a nice takeaway from this was the bond of sisterhood that the Sanderson sisters had, but also this kind of replication with Izzy, Cassie, and Becca. Even though they're not blood related, your friends are the family that you choose for yourself. And having that history as young girls and now young women, that bond has gotten stronger, and they learn to rely on each other to kind of overcome the situation that they're put in. So in that respect, strong female characters addressing sort of social commentary in that way. I guess this is a decent thing there. I mean, again, this is not something that's going to be somebody's college thesis, obviously, but I think there's positives here. So I am going to give this film a 6. I think production wise, it's lovely. It again got the backing of the sweet Disney money. I think that the script was kind of weak, but I think for what it is, it does what it needs to do. The main actors were good, the Sanderson sisters and the young girls. Again, it's like nice kind of holiday. We're getting into the Halloween season, right? So it's kind of family-friendly holiday fare that the whole family can enjoy. Gigi, what do you think? 1 to 10, what would you give this film?
Probably like a 5.
A 5. What about you?
I, too, would give it a 5. To me, it was, I mean, it wasn't
the worst thing.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just sort of there, average. Yeah. I am not the target audience of this movie.
No?
I am absolutely not the target. And I would say you could call this, good for the family, in that little kids could watch it and you don't have to be worried about any sort of like weird things.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's not the type of kids movie that an adult could be like, yeah, that's great. It's not like Inside Out or something like that.
Right. No.
This is simple kid stuff. The humor is as simple as possible.
Very
she's
bland.
riding on a Roomba. Ooh, fun. Oh, they're eating face cream. Oh, okay.
Ew.
Yeah, that's the height of intellectuality of the humor in this movie.
Fair enough. Olive G, 1 to 10. What would you give this film?
I'd give it a 7.
A 7? Okay, you liked it.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think for what it is, I mean, it very much feels like a Disney XD sort of special
Disney Channel
or whatever. Disney Channel, Disney.
I was saying
XD.
that before. It felt like a big budget Disney Channel movie.
Yes.
With less songs.
With less songs. Yeah. I mean, when they did the first song, I was like, oh, is this going to be a musical? I think I turned to you and I was like, I didn't expect that.
That was a surprise to me.
Yeah. And then they did the Blondie song, which was a huge number.
Yeah,
I mean, they did the whole damn song.
Everybody was dancing.
A lot of
in
actors.
Unison, and I guess it served a plot point. as far as finding the mayor. I felt bad for the mayor. He didn't get his candy apple or caramel.
Caramel apples are delicious.
And I am a big fan of caramel apples. And those caramel apples, they were probably props, but they all look delicious.
Yeah.
And I wish I had a caramel apple right now.
All right, so 5, 5, 6, and a 7. If you are so inclined, check out 2022's Hocus Pocus 2, currently streaming on Disney Plus, rated PG. And if this isn't in your wheelhouse, then skip it. It's definitely not for everyone. There's definitely a target audience. If you're anti-paganism of any sort, this is not for you. You'll be offended. If you don't like these actors, skip it. But if you're looking to burn an hour, a little under 2 hours, maybe put the young kids in front of it to be entertained while you go fold some laundry. This is definitely.
I guess if you're terrified of cross-dressing.
Yeah. I guess people could have a problem with that.
One, get over yourself.
Yeah, get over yourself.
If your kid sees a man wearing a dress, it's not the end of the
world. Yeah. Yeah. How the hell did we get here?
Anyway.
I blame it on the government. I do. Government. Well, yeah. I mean, you take away funding for education, you have a very...
We're getting so off topic.
Yeah, topic.
Let's just...
Okay, rein it in. That's it from us. And we'll come back with another review.
Say the McLaughlin group.
Aw, McLaughlin. Do they still do that?
Turkey on toast.
Dana Carvey's are the best impressions I have.
Okay.
That's it from us, and we will bid you all a
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.